Welcome back to a new video. In this series we focus on the Olympian gods of Greek mythology. The Olympian gods are the major deities in Greek mythology who reside on Mount Olympus. They were worshipped throughout ancient Greece and played key roles in myths, legends, and human affairs. This video is about Hermes. He is the god of trade, thieves, travelers and the messenger of gods. He is known for his speed, intelligence, and wit. He was also seen as a guide and trickster. He has the ability to move between worlds, from Olympus to the mortal realm and even the underworld. Hermes was a rare god who could befriend both divine and mortal beings. He is the son of Zeus, the leader of the gods, and Maia, a titaness. Hermes was born in a cave on Mount Selene, Arcadia. He was incredibly gifted from birth. As a newborn, Hermes snuck out of his cradle and found a herd of Apollo's sacred cattle. He stole 50 cows, but to hide his tracks, he made them walk backward. This was his first trick. When Apollo found out, he was furious. Hermes had invented the lyre, a music instrument. So Hermes charmed him with music. Apollo forgave Hermes and traded the lyre for the stolen cattle, making Hermes the god of music's companion. Zeus laughed at Hermes' cleverness and made him the official messenger of the gods. He was the only god who could move freely between Olympus, Earth, and the underworld. He often carried Zeus' commands and was trusted with diplomatic tasks. Hermes had many different other roles, making him one of the most active and useful deities. He was the patron of travelers and merchants. Hermes protected merchants, traders, and businesspeople. Travelers often prayed to him for safe journeys. They placed stone markers called Hermes, pillars with Hermes' head, along roads for protection. God of thieves and trickery. Hermes was the patron of thieves, con artists, and tricksters. He used cleverness, not violence, to outwit opponents. Thieves prayed to Hermes for luck in their heists. Guide of souls. Hermes guided souls of the dead to the underworld, ensuring they reached Hades safely. He was one of the few gods Hades actually liked. His last role is being the god of language and wit. He invented the Greek alphabet and was the god of communication and rhetoric. He helped poets, writers, diplomats, and negotiators. Hermes is part of some famous myth stories. The first one is about Persephone. When Hades kidnapped Persephone, her mother Demeter was devastated. Zeus sent Hermes to the underworld to negotiate her release. Hermes persuaded Hades to let Persephone return for part of the year, creating the seasons. The second one is about Argus. Hera ordered Argus, a giant with 100 eyes, to guard Io, a woman Zeus loved. Zeus sent Hermes to rescue Io. Hermes played soothing music and told long stories, making Argus fall asleep. Then, Hermes killed Argus, earning him the title, Argus Slayer. Hera placed Argus' eyes on the peacock's tail as a tribute. This myth shows Hermes' ability to use intelligence instead of brute force. The last one is about Pan. Hermes had many lovers, both goddesses and mortals. One of his most famous children was Pan, the half-goat god of the wild. Pan was born ugly and covered in fur, but Hermes proudly showed him to the gods. Pan became the god of shepherds, music, and nature. Unlike gods of war or kingship, Hermes was a god for everyday people. He was worshipped in temples and shrines. In Athens, Hermes was honored in markets and festivals for merchants and traders. Hermes, stone pillars, found all over Greece, placed at crossroads, homes, and markets for protection. And on Mount Selene, which was his birthplace, many Greeks worshipped him by making offerings. He also has a festival in his honor, Hermia, a festival where slaves and masters switched places for a day, celebrating trickery and wit. The planet Mercury is named after him, reflecting his speed and movement. Thank you so much for watching. I hoped you enjoyed it. If you want a video about a specific mythological being, please let me know in the comments. Have a great day.